At the moment, I'm not sure if it's the right cruise line for me, but I'm going to have a go.
We'll give you our opinion without a shadow of a doubt. We'll also let you know the price that we paid for this cruise. We never have a drinks package on a cruise, but we decided to go with the drinks package on this cruise, and we'll let you know why again at the end.
Hello, welcome. We are here on Ambassador Cruise Lines. Now, we've never done Ambassador before, so if you're thinking about doing Ambassador and you're thinking, what are they like? Are they like P&O? Are they like Marella? Stay with us over the next few weeks because we're going to show you exactly what they're like. We'll give you some hints, we'll give you some tips for you to find out if Ambassador is the right cruise line for you, because at the moment, I'm not sure if it's the right cruise line for me, but I'm going to have a go. This cruise, it's only for 6 nights, and that's enough for me because that will give me a taste of what Ambassador's like. I don't think I'd want to go for any longer at the moment. I want to suss them out. I want to see what they're about before I commit to going on a longer cruise with them. So we're going to Honfleur in France, and St Peter's Port in Guernsey. It says Falmouth, but I think it's actually Plymouth. We'll let you know about that one. And then we end up in Bristol. So we've actually started in Tilbury in London. So we got the train today from Staffordshire down to London Euston. And then from London Euston, we just had about a 5-minute walk, wasn't it, to Euston Square Underground, where we got an underground to West Ham, and we got off, walked down the stairs to the other side of the platform and got a train from West Ham to Tilbury. We'll pop the cost here for you so you can see how much that train journey cost. Remember, this is from Staffordshire and this is the price per person.
And then from Tilbury, when we arrived, we decided that we would walk. It's about a 19-20 minute walk to get to the cruise terminal. No problems at all. However, we did notice that a lot of passengers went straight down the road, whereas the signs clearly say that you go up and back over the train station. You come down on the other side. It's a very straight road to get there. Very straightforward, isn't it?
About a 20-minute walk. I have to say, I packed really lightly on this cruise. We are travelling light. So the embarkation process was really easy. There were no queues at all. Walk straight into the cruise centre. You give your passport, they take your photograph, then you go and collect your key card, don't you?
That's it, through security.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just do the X-ray
That's
stuff.
the thing, the very first thing you do. It is a bit like airport security. They tell you to take your liquids out your bag and go through security, don't they? And then you're on the boat, aren't you?
Yep, so it was very straightforward, very easy, and on the boat, and you're in your room before you know it.
Oh, one other thing just to tell you is when you get here, there's a guy who takes your luggage off you.
Oh, yes.
So you don't actually have to take your suitcases with you all through that process. As soon as you get to the cruise terminal, to the left it says luggage, and the guy will take your suitcases for you.
Yep, very easy, and it came to our room very quickly.
Very
you were about
quickly.
to say something
I
before I
keep remembering
rudely
things.
interrupted. Well done.
I keep remembering things. Also,
I keep forgetting things.
If you're coming down in your car and you're going to park here, the car park is right next to the cruise terminal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's literally, 50 metres away. It's really easy. And I did notice that people weren't wheeling their suitcases across from the car park. So whether they were taking your suitcases
I don't know.
from the car for you, I don't know, but nobody seemed to have a suitcase coming from the car park.
I did see that they've got a lollipop lady helping people across the road as well.
Something else that I've picked up on since I've been here, this cruise is leaving from London Tilbury and we end up at Bristol. We don't know how we're going to get out of the port at Bristol, so there's no public transport around. I think a lot of people have parked their car at Bristol and they've got a coach provided by Ambassador Cruises from Bristol to Tilbury today. I've heard a lot of people talking about that.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking of an Ambassador cruise and it's starting in one port and it ends in another, and the port that you end at is nearer to your home, I think there's an option for you to park your car at the end port as well.
Yeah, but we did intend to do it on public transport anyway. The costs would have been, I think, quite a lot more to park our car.
Yeah.
Depending on how much it cost us to get back from Bristol.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be exciting because at the moment we have no clue how we're going to get back from Bristol. There's no public transport from the actual port itself. So we're waiting to see if there's some sort of courtesy bus provided by Ambassador to get back. We don't know. We'll let you know in a future episode.
We might have to book another cruise directly after this one. And
To get back
carry
here.
on. Yeah, to get back to Tilbury. We've also been for a couple of drinks, haven't we? We had one on the deck. It was quite blowy up there, wasn't it? We had a couple of mocktails. And then we went down to the Pendennis Bar, or the Dennis Pennis Bar, as I'm going to be calling it for the rest of the cruise. And I had what did I have?
A Long Island iced tea, because that's his favourite cocktail. If you want to know all about his favourite cocktails, watch our undrinkable vlog on Marella Cruises. We go through loads of cocktail tasting in that.
We do. I don't think we're going to get through as many on this one.
No, there are loads of cocktails on this cruise. I'm amazed at how many there are. But unfortunately, there are no Baileys-based cocktails on here.
What?
No. So our muster drill, that was interesting, wasn't it?
It was very old school. It was cruising before COVID. They all packed us out onto the decks. There was an announcement over the tannoy which went on for about 5 minutes, which we couldn't hear a word of because there was so much wind and noise and chatter. Went through a register, just like a school register. They ticked you all off. Naughty people went on a naughty list. And yeah, it's not like other cruises where sometimes it's just a key card. You tap in, tap out and confirm you've watched a video on the telly. Very old school. But it is a traditional cruise line, isn't it?
It is.
Ambassador describes itself as a premium value cruise line, which is interesting. Is it a premium cruise line or is it the value that's premium? We don't know. We're going to find out.
Our first impressions, I have to say, of the ship are very good. There seems to be a lot of smaller venues rather than a few larger venues.
Yeah.
You know, over the course of the next 6 days, we'll let you know what it's like, how easy it is to get served. The one thing I have noticed today, though, is the buffet was packed. You know, a lot of the reviews have said that the buffet is packed and there's not enough seating areas, and I can understand why. It is very small compared to other ships' buffets.
Yeah.
So now we're going to unpack, and then shall we get dressed, and do you want to come out with us and see what our first night's like?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, let's go.
So on Ambassador Cruises, you get allocated a dining time and you also get allocated a table. Tonight there's nobody next to us, which is quite nice. So we've got the table to ourselves.
I'm going to do a coffee test now because on Marella Cruises their coffee was awful. It wasn't nice. It's like dishwater, foamy dishwater. So let's taste Ambassador coffees. Much better. I'd say that's filter coffee, but it's much richer. You can really taste the coffee. Much better coffee on Ambassador than Marella. We're at the end of Embarkation Day. This evening we went for our meal, and I'd heard that the Holyrood restaurant wasn't quite as nice as the Buckingham restaurant, but I think it was really nice. I was really pleasantly surprised. We knew you had to share tables on Ambassador, but there are some tables of 2, and that wasn't an option to pick. when you picked what timing you wanted and what table size on the app. So I presume if you go up and ask, they'll seat you at those tables. But we were at a table of 4 and nobody else came and sat with us. And the food, I have to say, it was really, really good. You get 4 courses on Ambassador.
It was good because for the price we paid, and we'll come to that in a little bit, I was really sort of thinking, hold on a second, this can't be right. But I've got to say, everything today has been really on point. The staff have been excellent. The food has been really good. The drinks and the waiter service have been good. I really can't think of anything to fault at the moment.
No, not at all. It's clean, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everywhere's clean. It's been nicely fitted out.
Yeah. It's an older ship, don't get me wrong. It's not, very new, very blingy. It's purple and green decor, but I can live with that. So we've had a really nice night. So the meal was good.
The meal was really good.
We then went to watch the show, didn't we?
Yeah, and before we went to the show, we went to do a quiz. We went to do trivia.
Oh yeah.
We went to the Cavern Club, it's called, and we did some trivia, and that was fine. We didn't win.
We were rubbish.
Then we went to, I think it's called the Palladium here.
It is the Palladium,
to see a show, Simon and
Sunday night at the Palladium.
Unfortunately, you're not allowed to record anything in the Palladium, so we've got no footage to show you.
Which is a shame because the show was really good. The dancing is probably not up to the same standard as Marella or P&O, but the singing was absolutely brilliant. Every single cast member was a very good singer. And so the harmonies was brilliant, and I've got to say, I'm not too bothered about dancing, but singing is really my thing. I didn't think there was a weak performer amongst the cast. So it really is a shame that we can't show it, and I think Ambassador should perhaps rethink that policy.
There was a little bit of a storyline to the show as well. It wasn't just song after song after song. There was a bit of comedy, a little bit of acting in it. So, it was really good.
Yeah.
And then,
it was Simon and Garfunkel, wasn't it? It was based on.
But one thing we should tell you is that the Palladium gets packed. It was really full. I mean, on our last cruise on Marella, you could go into the theatre right at the last minute and there were loads of seats everywhere. This show, we got there, it started at 8:30 and we got there at 8:20 and there were hardly any seats left. So I think you need to get there probably 15 minutes before at least just to get a seat.
Yeah. But saying that, it is worth getting there early because there is waiter service. You can get drinks in the theatre. If you're in a bar or something and you think, oh, I've finished my drink, and go to the theatre, you can order yourself a drink and you can have a drink in there. So that's fine.
Yeah. Then we came out of there and we went back to the Cavern Club and we did a music quiz, which we were rubbish at again.
We totally missed the first question,
we missed the first question because we were talking, but it was fun. We were singing along, and I have to say, so far, I think the entertainment, the quizzes and the game show have been really good. Probably better than Marella, actually, and P&O.
I've got to say, I've been really shocked, and tell them how much we have paid per night for this cruise, Liz.
Tell you now how much we've paid. Right, so for the basic package, we paid £55 per person per night for this cruise, and our drinks package, which includes our gratuities, and it's the top drinks package, so we get everything included, was only, wait for this, £20 each per day. Now, it's not advertised at that. I think we got a really special offer on that because it's a lot more than that now. And we booked this cruise 7 weeks before we came on it.
Yeah.
And there was just happened to be, I'd been checking every day, and we booked through Igloo Cruises, and there just was a special offer on the drinks package and gratuities at only £120 per person for 6 nights. So I think that was really good. So we're really happy. I mean, we've spent a lot more than £20 on drinks each today. We've
only been on half a day, haven't we?
Yeah, and you'll know if you've watched any of our other vlogs that we don't normally get drinks packages, and you'll know that I don't drink a lot anyway. But, I've had my money's worth today, and you've certainly had your money's worth. So,
Shock.
you know, if you can get it for £20 per day like we have,
Yeah.
it's fabulous.
Well, it worked out with all our drinks, with all our food, £75 per person per night. So yeah, that's really good.
But what we will do in a later episode is we will show you the prices of the drinks, so that you can see how much the prices are. So if the drinks package is a lot more expensive, when you want to book, you can see, you know, if you want to pay as you go, how much drinks are.
Yeah. But also you've got your gratuities on top of that, which is £6 per person per day at the moment.
I thought it was £7.
No, £6 per person per day, and if it's on a longer cruise, I think it's £5 per person per day.
Okay. We will put it up here now to make sure we give you the correct information for that. So yeah, that was included in our £20 as well. So yeah, we got a great deal. I think we are really, really happy with what we've paid, and you know, the service and the quality of the food and drinks and the quality of the entertainment has been really, really good.
Yeah, it definitely has. So coming up, we'll have a ship tour. There'll be a cabin tour, which pretty much is not going to be much more than me going, this is our cabin.
But each day we're going to do, in this series, we're going to do a vlog of each day just to show you what happens on a sea day, what the ports are like that we're visiting as well, what happens on the tender ports, how that works.
Yeah,
here.
this is assuming we can get off because the weather looks a bit ropey at the moment. So we'll see if we can get off, if the tender ports are going to work. All this and more to come.
Yes, so thanks for joining us today. We've got lots more adventures if you want to see up here. There you go, lots for you to watch. And please, if you like what we're doing, all we want to do is give you some hints and tips to make your holiday as successful as possible. So please hit the subscribe button and join us as we tell you as much information about Ambassador Cruises as we can.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.